Hello Internet, and welcome to my review for Boruto Naruto Next Generation's episode 73. This is a day late, I know, I apologize. Stuff got busy yesterday. But, moving on, when we last left our heroes, Mitsuki had vanished. He seems to have attacked the people at the guards at the gate. And so Boruto and Sarada learned that Mitsuki was the son of Orochimaru, and then decided to leave to go talk to Orochimaru after Boruto found this small Mitsuki snake that said that this was Mitsuki's will. Whether or not that is what exactly this is kind of left up in the air. It seems to be, his leaving the village, but it's possible that there's a twist further down the line as to what that is. And before we begin my review of the episode proper, just like to remind everyone, I have the Fall 2018 anime review straw polls up. There'll be a link to it in the description. If you could go fill that out, that would be very lovely. So, when we start the episode, Yamato is questioning Orochimaru because he has, he assumes that Orochimaru is somewhat responsible for Mitsuki's actions. He is incorrect, judging by the end of the episode. But yeah. And so, I really don't want Orochimaru to be responsible for this, just because Orochimaru's role is so fascinating. And it would really, really be bad if it just goes back to being evil villain guy again. Like, that's a much more boring place for Orochimaru than this somewhat ally, desperate times make strange bedfellows kind of deal they got going on right now. That'd be a lot better situation. But then I was watching that scene, and something occurred to me. Yamato is not Yamato's real name. And yet, decades after, he was assigned as Team 7 Sensei and was eventually relieved of that duty when Kakashi came back into action, he's still keeping the Yamato name. Like, I'd expect him to go back to Tenzo by now, right? I don't know. I'm wondering what y'all's thoughts are on that. So feel free to post your thoughts on that in the comments below. Moving on. So, when we check back in with the elders and Kakashi, Tsunade, Shikamaru, and Naruto, the elders are real mad that Naruto did not tell them about Mitsuki's origins. And first of all, why the fuck would he? Like, the elders have tried to thwart the, disciples of Hiruzen at every possible turn. So why the ever-loving fuck would Naruto tell them a thing? Why are they still around, for one thing? At some point the elders gotta retire, right? Like, they were old as fuck 20 years ago during Shippuden. And yet they're still around. Okay, I guess they're still around, okay. I went over that last time, but, I just think that, the idea that anyone still gives a shit what they think. Even though, if I recall correctly, their plan at one point was just let Naruto die. Or, restrain Naruto so that he can, never be captured by the Akatsuki. Or whatever the details of the plan were. Whatever it was, didn't work. But then later on, Naruto, knowing that Shikadai knows Boruto, is sending Team 10, Team Moegi, to go capture Boruto and Sarada. And Konohamaru comes in. And I had forgotten that the whole tangled web of, I had forgotten that Orochimaru killed Konohamaru's granddad. I had remembered that Orochimaru killed Hiruzen, and that Hiruzen was Orochimaru's grandfather. Konohamaru's grandfather. But, I hadn't put those two facts together when thinking about Mitsuki, and, ouch. That fucking hurts. But, good on Konohamaru, too, because, he straight up says, yeah, I'm not gonna hate Mitsuki because of who his father is. Who his parent is, I mean. Which, good on Konohamaru, good choice there. That's actually a really smart thing for a shinobi, I imagine, to be able to separate a parent from a child. It would be nice if some certain elders could learn how to do that. But that's neither here nor there. Uh, you know. But Naruto tells Konohamaru no, because he would let his personal for fear that he would let his personal feelings towards Orochimaru get in the way of the mission, which is weird because first of all, letting personal feelings get in the way of the mission is Naruto's whole shtick. Has he forgotten Sasuke retrieval? That was the whole thing. He let he was on that mission because of his personal feelings for Sasuke. But also, I thought Shikadai went on the mission because of his personal feelings for Boruto. It was because they were such good friends that, Shikadai would know what Boruto would do. And so, I don't know, it doesn't really make any sense there. That's really all we see of Naruto and Konohamaru. We do get a little bit of Team 10 at the end, but I'll get to in a little bit. But then we cut to Boruto and Sarada trying to sneak into Orochimaru's place, with Sarada transforming into Mitsuki for a distraction as Boruto sneaks in, who is then replaced by Karin, who shows up to help out Sarada and let her get into the Orochimaru base. But as we catch up with Boruto before that, Boruto discovers that Mitsuki was created in the lab. He's taking a very different reaction than he did in the manga. Because in this scene, minor manga spoilers, I'll keep the actual spoilers light and just talk about the actual reveal. When Boruto finds out that, Mitsuki is an artificial human, he kind of, has a big over-the-top, shonen anime reaction, and then kind of gets back to focusing on the plot, Because there's a lot of plot going on at that point. But, here we're having, all of the beats really hit home, and as much as I like those reveal scenes in the manga, I feel like this just works a whole lot better on a narrative front. It's really fucking good. And then we find out that Orochimaru apparently has a curse seal inside Mitsuki. That if anyone learns who Mitsuki is, maybe it's just that the Leaf Village finds out that specifically not just that he's Orochimaru's son, but that he's made in this test tube. Apparently, Mitsuki will self-destruct. So, Orochimaru, not the friendly uncle I thought he was at this point. He is still more than willing to kill Mitsuki, it seems like. I imagine this is if everyone finds out about Mitsuki. Because, Boruto and Sarada already know about Mitsuki. So, it's a little bit too late for that part. And then, so essentially they have this whole, so after that, and Boruto tells Sarada everything he learned about Mitsuki, and Boruto and Sarada go to have a chat with Orochimaru. And Orochimaru's yeah, you really knew nothing about Mitsuki. You didn't know he was my son, you didn't know he was born in a test tube, you knew kind of jack shit. Doesn't it make you feel really bad? And I really love that the arc's answer seemingly is no. That's you don't have to know everything about your friends, and that's still okay. When Boruto and Sarada are kind of not reminiscing, reflecting on all they've learned, that little outside area. Sarada makes the point of what's important is that you trust him, and that's a really great bit. And it's really seemed like that's kind of the message the arc is driving home so far. That the far more important thing is just trust your friends more than know their goddamn Wikipedia article. And I really like that. I think that's definitely the way the arc is going forward. I mean, especially once all this has happened, it's not that Boruto can go back to not knowing anything. But, I think the point is that the fact that Boruto did not know all that much about Mitsuki before all this does not renege, their friendship is going to be really important to later on in the arc. But then, we have our one shot of Mitsuki in the episode. And he's with these people, who we kind of saw glimpses of last week. But with them, they have these creatures that look like fucking hollows from Bleach. Okay, I guess we're dealing with hollows now. They're probably not actually hollows, but I don't know. They have masks and everything. Don't really know where to go with that. They're just kind of creatures that look like hollows, but such is life, such is life. Then we cut back. Orochimaru is chatting with Boruto and Sarada again. And he tells them that if they want to find out more about Mitsuki, they need to go to Ryuchi Cave. And I was like, fuck, we're seeing Ryuchi Cave. We're finding out the home of the Snake Sages. Oh, I'm so hyped for next week. I am so fucking hyped next week. Even if I'm hyped just with that. But then, Boruto and Sarada leave to go find the White Snake Stage at Ryuchi Cave when they are interrupted by Team 10. And next week, we are getting that Team 10 versus Boruto and Sarada action. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so great. We're getting to see Boruto versus Shikadai. Hopefully, there'll be a bit. There's just Boruto versus Shikadai going at each other, without any of the ninja tech stuff from the tuning exams. That'll be great to see. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video off here because I can go to work soon. I hope you all enjoyed the video and the episode itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or answer those straw polls down below or, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass and I'll see you in the future. Bye.